Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Devils fans all over. Welcome back to game number 2 of the New Jersey Devils 2025-2026 season. And tonight, the New Jersey Devils took on the Tampa Bay Lightning, winning 5-3 in regulation. And can we just give the Devils just a round of applause really quickly for playing the best that we've seen from them in God knows how long. You got elite scoring from guys like Bratt. You got Gritsyuk getting his first point. Not only getting his first, but his second point as well. Both on assists. You saw depth scoring from Connor Brown. You got really good defense for the first and the second and the third period. You saw at times when we surged forward, controlled the game, and scored in bunches. Other times you saw our defense coming up absolutely clutch and shutting down a legitimate contender for at least the second round of the playoffs, if not the Eastern Conference Final in the Tampa Bay Lightning. Remember, I understand that everyone wants to talk about Florida, but let's remember, out of the last 4 years, Tampa won the Cup twice. So they're still very much in a conversation. They still have guys like Hedman, guys like Kucherov, guys like Vasilevsky, but they're not immortal. These guys are not gods for which we have to look at and aspire to be like. Instead, we can take those beings that we were all told were insurmountable and bring them down to our level. And we can match them bit by bit by bit. First period was some of the best Devils hockey we've seen in God knows how long. Immediately, goal, and it's 3-0 Devils at the end of the first period. And not only that, on the defensive side of the puck, because we all know that New Jersey has all of the offensive weapons that we could ever ask for in Hischier, in Meyer, in Bratt, in all of our guys out there. Hell, even guys like Mercer and Palat contribute from time to time. And now we're seeing with depth scoring, you've got guys like Gritsyuk, who, by the way, Gritsyuk looks so good right now. I love how calm he is. He has slid right into this third line role and is stepping up, and he's unbelievably calm, cool, collective, but he's also super freaking crafty. My apologies, Gritsyuk. I did not recognize your game, but now I do. Granted, it is still the second game of the year, and Gritsyuk can be off to a hot start and then just dissipate over the course of the year. Kind of the same way that Cotter did last year, where he scored a bunch of goals and then didn't really do a whole lot after that. But hey, you know what? Fingers crossed. I'm feeling positive tonight. Gritsyuk played a great game. Connor Brown stepping up with 2 goals was great. And our defense. I don't want to get caught up in how good our offense is, because we all know how good it is. But our defense, the first period, the Tampa Bay Lightning were held to 2 shots for the entirety of the period. The second period, they were held to 7 shots in that period for a total of 9 shots in 2 periods. This is a team which won Stanley Cups back-to-back years, and we're holding them to 9 shots over 2 periods of play. This is huge for the Devils. Luke Hughes, who has, by the way, 4 points in 2 games. You've got Nemitz, who's contributing. You had Hamilton scoring the other night. Our defense is coming up clutch, okay? Our defense played so well tonight. Like, I really can't expect our defense to do really much better than they did tonight. I thought they were perfectly fine. I will say this, because I think it's important not to come down too hard when they play bad, but also not to glaze them when they do really well. This is game 2. This shit can go down real quick. or it could improve even better. And there are things that the Devils do still need to tighten up. Again, it's game 2 of an 82-game season. They're going to have triumphant nights like tonight, and they're going to have blowouts, which I'm sure we'll see at least once or twice this year. One of the things that I do want to point out is it seems like the Devils, when we play excellent, we win by like 3 to 4 goals. We get 5 or 6 in a night. But when we play bad, everything collapses at once. And I'll take smaller moments and points from tonight's game to sort of explain my point here. So, New Jersey Devils are up 3-0. They get 3 power plays, which they do literally nothing with, but then they start taking penalties. And then Tampa gets a goal, and it's 3-1. Tampa gets a second goal, and it's 3-2. And the Devils get some more goals, and Tampa scores their third. Now, luckily, they don't score anymore after that, but we kept giving them a couple of power plays to really jump back into the game. And when the Devils take their feet off of the pedal, when they take their foot off the pedal, it feels like everything sort of gives at once. And you see that with the Lightning surging forward and getting 2 goals to make it 3-2. And now you've got a game with Stanley Cup defenders or Stanley Cup champions on that team, veteran leadership going, hey guys, I know it was 3-0. We got our first goal. We got our second goal. This is a game. It's a 1-goal game. It's not a 3-0 game anymore. And the Devils, I thought tonight, responded pretty well. They went, okay, we took our foot off the pedal. Now we got to kick their teeth in. Now we got to make it worth it. And they do. They score, and they end up scoring, another goal. Tampa gets a 4-3, but they don't stop. They get a 5-3 goal, and they end up winning the game 5-3. You had guys like Bratt taking opportunities to show offense, to not just to play defense, but to take those offensive opportunities even in defensive moments. Bratt scored a goal tonight, shorthanded. It's a Tampa Bay power play. He took the opportunity, got his stick out, knocked up a pass, took off down the ice, one-on-one, breakaway, shorthanded, he scores. So that was fantastic. So there's moments where the Devils take their foot off the gas, but then they readjust, and it's how they respond, which is great. That's one of the things I felt that we didn't do really well on last year, was where teams are kicking your teeth in. It's like, okay, they're kicking your teeth in. They're beating you. How are you going to respond? How are you going to collect yourself and turn it into a victory, or even just to show a little bit of pride and try to get back into the game? And I think the Devils have shown that in both games in different ways. Game 1, we're the team that's losing, and we come back. Every time they score, we put the puck in the back of the net again to tie the game up. In tonight's game, we get a 3-0 lead. Great. They come back and score 2. We score again. We score again. We score again. And that's the kind of team that New Jersey needs to become. It's not just how many pucks can you put in the back of the net. It's when the other team responds and they start coming back, how do you recalibrate? How do you readjust yourself? How do you put yourself in a position where if the other team is surging back, do you just lay down and let them take it? Or do you just fall into a completely defensive mindset and just sit back and just defend and hope to God the puck doesn't go in? Or do you respond? Do you go, okay, you've punched us a couple times in the face, we're going to punch you right back. We're going to get in your face. We're going to go to the front of the net. We're going to put pucks in the back of the net. Timo Meier got exactly that kind of goal tonight, where they go to the front of the net, puck's in there, goes to the dirty area, whacks it in the back of the net. Wonderful. Great. Glad to see Meier on the board. So Meier got a goal tonight. Connor Brown got 2. Gritsyuk got 2 assists. Bratt got a goal. I feel like I'm missing someone. Meier, 2 from Brown, 1 from Bratt. I feel like I'm missing someone. I am missing someone. I just can't remember who it is. Gritsyuk, like I said, got 2 assists. Luke Hughes got 4 assists. Heischer got assists. The whole team showed up. But yeah, great game. Great game by the Devils. We get a day off tomorrow, and then we play again on Monday, which is our Thanksgiving. I'm Canadian. We have our Thanksgiving on Monday. But, yeah. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. GG, Devils win. Let's carry that into Monday and hope that we can get another W for the Devils. On that note, guys, take it easy, and I will see you on Monday. Adios.